things have moved on a lot since I started sailing. I don't think I could have ever imagined really being part of an America's Cup team. Yeah, very privileged to be kind of part of a Cup team and especially part of a British team.
Slightly better if we go about another 30 seconds. Still the same feature at Windward of North Head.
Well, Mum was a careers advisor when I was growing up, so she kind of kept me quite grounded. And when I was kind of coming to the end of kind of school years, I was quite keen to become a professional sailor, and that was what kind of my heart was set on. But she made sure that I had a fallback plan, and that's essentially what led to me doing an engineering degree at Southampton. And yeah, it turns out that's been very valuable kind of going forward and being part of an America's Cup team where the technical side is equally important, if not more important, than the sailing side itself. My engineering background means that I'm also involved in the design side of the team here, working on performance in the performance team. That's a kind of great balance to be able to have, to be able to work on the design side, but also be on the boat, on the water, and feedback learnings from a given day.
Pressure point back in 10.
Yeah, it's a split role, which is quite busy, but yeah, I enjoy it. There's obviously heaps of data that we get off a boat from a given day's sailing, but some feedback just has to be kind of how it feels, and that's quite subjective. We rely on kind of the sailors to give that feedback. So the relationship between the design team and the sailing team is something that develops over time, but I think we've got a nice balance here.
My pitch. Okay, your will, my will.
Sometimes you're happy to push the sim quite hard because the element of risk really isn't there. That does allow us to explore kind of the limits, I guess, with less risk and less consequence. But yeah, you have to be aware of reining that in a little bit when it comes to sailing the boat on the water. Consequences are obviously much higher. The sim is great for throwing the boat around and seeing maybe what the ultimate limit is. These boats are obviously 75 foot long. It's a big bit of gear. At the same time, it's surprisingly manoeuvrable, and as a result, you can really throw the boat around when it comes to pre-start sailing.
Got us killing 15.
And I think that'll be an exciting part of this Cup, especially now with the upwind starts, kind of going back to more traditional match racing starting. And I think we'll see teams kind of really pushing the limits, particularly in the pre-start.
Okay, turning.
All the sailors and all the teams are very experienced, and we'll be pushing the boats as hard as we can. So expect to see some close quarters racing.
Nice work, lad.